Located on the central coast of California, about 100 miles northwest of Los Angeles, is Santa Barbara. The community of about 100,000 people is nestled between the Santa Ynez Mountains and the Pacific Ocean on what has become known as the American Riviera. Here is the University of California, Santa Barbara. The campus includes a total enrollment of just over 26,000 students, with more than 200 majors and credential programs and 50 graduate programs. The Department of Communication at UCSB includes 24 full-time ladder faculty who work with about 30 graduate students. Our nearly one-on-one relationships and placement record consistently place our grad program among the very best in the country. I almost didn't apply to UCSB. I knew about the program's stellar reputation and high standards for admission, and I'd felt intimidated as someone applying to a PhD program straight out of undergrad. I'm so glad I did, though. Once I visited for the open house and saw that my mission and research goals aligned with some of the faculty here, not to mention how beautiful Santa Barbara is, I knew this was the program for me.
I chose UCSB because I wanted to work with Dr. Jennifer Kam and study the stress and thriving of undocumented immigrants in the United States. Collaborating with Jennifer and other faculty on research has been a wonderful and very rewarding experience.
I personally chose UCSB's MA-PhD communication program due to its world-class faculty, the rigor and timeliness of interdisciplinary research, and frankly, because I wanted to look at the Pacific Ocean to make challenging research a bit more bearable.
We teach different here because we do different here. We're kind of obsessed by deep questions that it takes years and years of study after study to even start to understand. We dig deep and we discover nuances, and we discover the big effects and the tiny effects that make a difference in trying to solve the intellectual dilemmas we embrace.
As one of the top-tier communication programs, you'll be joining an intellectually stimulating and fun community that will support you in your academic development. Our faculty are all superstars in their fields, so you will be trained by the best. We also happen to be very approachable and love working collaboratively with students. You'll have opportunities to work on faculty-led research grants and projects, as well as being encouraged to develop your own research ideas and program.
It's important for us that we share our scientific values, work on interesting and innovative research projects together, and importantly, support each other when things get difficult.
Working together with Renee Weber as my advisor has been a very fun intellectual journey, from learning to write your first line of code to running a complex brain imaging analysis and being introduced to nearly everyone at academic conferences.
We're well on our way to learning new methods and collaborating across disciplines even more.
At UCSB, we're able to collaborate on projects outside of the Department of Communication with researchers who are also world-class and renowned.
There are lab researchers, experimentalists in the department. There are also field researchers who conduct interviews and observations and surveys.
I've gotten plenty of opportunities to try different methodologies, not only quantitative but qualitative as well. Right now we're wrapping up a study looking at communication within the family about mental health across cultures. Plus, we're studying how the compounding stressors of COVID-19, increased coverage of police brutality, and general racial stress affect families of color today.
I hope that my work with minoritized undergraduates allows them to continue on into the field of communication.
As a member of the grad committee, I can tell you that we look for students with excellent academic credentials who show potential to be strong researchers, teachers, and colleagues. We take a holistic look at your application rather than just focusing on test scores or grades, and we value applicants who can increase our diversity as a department. It is important to articulate a clear and compelling set of research interests in communication that fit with one or more members of our faculty.
If you have the heart of a researcher and a scientist, and importantly, if your frustration tolerance is high and you pursue your goal in your team,
we look for people that are tenacious. We have to help graduate students understand that unlike their undergrad careers where you write a paper, you turn it in, you wait for your grade, when we write papers here, we're really just getting started on the process of submitting them to journals and conferences, getting feedback, and then rewriting and relearning and restudying.
I feel like it's so important for scholars of color to join in. If you feel you're passionate about communication and you're curious and things like that, this is the place for you.
If I were to start graduate school again, rest assured I would select UCSB all over again.
If this sounds appealing to you, get in touch with us. We look forward to talking with you.